Alright, so I just finished that job, first job that I went to go meet him at, and it's gonna be a little bit more complicated than what we thought. So it's gonna be something that we're gonna have to talk to Matt about. I guess they switched companies and the other company has like zero knowledge of what everything's at, zero knowledge of when and how it needs to be done, and on top of that they don't have a crew members hired yet, and they've known since December, I guess. So the last company is doing them a favor. That's the only reason why we're able to do it, is the last company that was in charge of this is doing them a favor by helping out. So moving forward, it's going to be very interesting to see how this is all going to plan out and work out. So yeah, so now I'm heading over to the other one, to the one that I originally went to before they changed it. But we were just talking about how that might be a problem because there's no parking there, and it's not like we can park in the back alleyway. We've gotten kicked out from there, and we've gotten the cops called on us before because it's too early in the morning, and there's apartments in the back of the alleyway. So understandable, they don't want us to be, you know, disturbing their sleep. So yeah, that's a quick little update on what I'm doing right now. So right now I'm just chasing this guy around. We got our little badge that they give us. Just chasing him around. We got 2 more jobs with this guy, and then we got a long drive over to Snoqualmie from here, which is where I was supposed to be originally, but they called us and said that today for sure they'll be able to do it. But I don't even know, man. This is wild. This last 2 weeks have been very interesting. Hello?
Hey, Evan. It's Edwin. You speak here on, you'll be turning on 8th Avenue. As soon as you turn into 8th Avenue, right next to the curb, there'll be a spot. I think it might be big enough for your truck.
All right.
Yeah. Just take a look at that.
All right. Sounds good. I'll be there. Oh, this is tight. So yeah, so we were just talking about parking being a problem at that location. So he says that there might be our parking available for me, but he's not sure if the truck will fit. So yeah, so we're gonna try to figure all of this out right now and try to get it done so we don't have to deal with it. But I know that we service this customer every 3 months, and I've always mentioned that they can't go 3 months. They're too busy, and traps they have problems every time within the 3 months, but they're very strict on only every 3 months. This one that I just did normally would be the easiest ones because it's never a problem when we do it every 3 months. This one is fine. They're overdue by a month and a half so far, and that one was pretty bad. It took me a lot longer than it should have. I can only imagine what the ones that I've been telling them that they can't go 3 months with are gonna be. So it's gonna be an interesting topic to talk with Matt about, because it's not gonna be your typical couple days on graveyard type of stuff. It's gonna be weeks, especially with how everything is going. So
did it just take you around?
yeah,
This shit just down the street.
yeah, it took
So
me
right here, as soon as you turn into 8th Avenue, there'll be a spot to you right next to you to the right.
okay. It's a one-way road, buddy. That's why it took me the other way around. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and look at this one. These ones I know are really, really bad. These ones I know are bad. So it looks like my Snoqualmie route is gonna have to get rescheduled and mess around with a lot. So maybe we can go to the other one and then do that one and see when we come back and
Sure.
see if there's parking.
Yeah, sounds good. If you go straight through this first light, at the second light over there, you take a right.
Okay.
There's like 2 rights. To take the one that's not like sharp,
Okay.
and it'll be a straight shot.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can wait for me. I'll drive right next to you here. You can
Okay, cause right here with that barrel, especially cause it's gonna get full.
Yeah.
And all it's gonna, yeah. Yeah, so there's like no parking at this location right now, and the only available spot is all the way up the hill, and then the sidewalk, it's like this, and it's all cracked and stuff. So once we fill up and the barrel is full, the slightest movement is gonna like basically overflow it. So this parking spot is not gonna work. I don't even know if I can turn this thing around because I have it mounted now, but I will show you guys. So we're gonna go and do the other one first and then come back and see if we can find parking here after. But yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Alright, so I just serviced this one right here. Funny story about it is this one was on his schedule, and on my schedule it said that we might not have to do it because it's not technically on the schedule. But Blackfoot, which is the main reason why they need this done, is not on his schedule, but it's on my schedule as one of the ones that need to get done. So you guys tell me how that goes. We decided to do all 3, or we're gonna go attempt to do the other one. We're still waiting to see if we can find parking. But yeah, I don't know, this whole thing is a mess, man. But yeah, I'm gonna head over there to the other one, and then hopefully we have parking, or hopefully he can get us access to the loading dock, because I really don't want to reschedule this. I want to be done with this, with these jobs. Yeah, so sorry, I was just looking at the schedule and trying to plan the rest of my day out, because it's not looking so good for us right now. But yeah, so that goes to show you that the pass down between management, security, that third party, or whatever the case is, those guys need to get their shit together, because this is wild. This is crazy. The company that's gonna be taking over these jobs are just, they don't even, like, they took a contract, but they don't even have a crew yet. So how are you gonna, like, so there is no parking, and he doesn't know if he can get us access to the loading dock. So I'm not 100% sure. All right, so we ended up saying it, and let's just get it out the way. So basically, to kind of keep you guys on the loop of what happened, we were really close on rescheduling it, just because we were told that they would reserve a parking at the front for us, but they never did. And then the guy that was helping us out right now, he was able to get us access to the loading dock, but the only catch is quiet time until 7 in the morning. So I was like, I can't wait till 7 in the morning. I gotta be somewhere else at that time. So I didn't want to come back. Like I told you guys, I didn't want this to get rescheduled. I genuinely wanted to get it done however way we could. So I ended up just saying, you know what, I'm gonna try to make it in one trip, clean it as best as possible in one trip, turn on the pump, suck up the barrel, and just move on and get out of there so we don't get in trouble. And that's basically what we did, man. We ended up being able to clean the grease traps in one trip, turn the pump on one time, and then suck it up real quick and get up on our way. So with that being said, all 3 of the jobs were complete. All 3 of the jobs were done. Now we just gotta head over to Snoqualmie and see where we can start at. I'm gonna look at the schedule and see exactly what time I'm gonna get there and what jobs I'm gonna have to miss and reschedule. So yeah, so I'm gonna go on this drive to the next job, and then I'll keep you guys in the loop. But we lost time. We lost a lot of time doing these 3 jobs, but jobs got done. So that's all that matters right now. We'll deal with the whole rescheduling of the other appointments some other time. So peace. So a quick update. We made it over here to Issaquah, and we just serviced our first customer. He was a brand new customer, actually. They wanted a first time service, and it went pretty good. You know, we always like to meet new customers. It's pretty cool because they don't really know what's going on, why does the trap smell so bad, or how often they got to do their services and stuff like that. So you know, it's kind of cool to kind of teach them exactly what a grease trap does and how it works. And we just kind of give them our own recommendations on what we think. This particular customer, they were kind of worried that the grease trap was starting to smell, and they've never had that kind of smell before, so they thought they were in bad shape, which they weren't. They were actually in pretty good shape. They were about 30%. We like to see it under 25%, but the smell more than likely was just probably from because they have been getting more busy, as they were saying, and they normally will service it like every 6 months up to a year, but they had it done about 3 months ago, and then they could smell the grease trap pretty bad. So I opened up the lid, and they were in really good shape. I checked the seals, I checked everything, and I noticed that the smell was a little bit stronger coming out of the vent, out of the clean out port. So I kind of suggested some things that they can do, and then definitely keep their sequence around 3 months now, since they are going to be getting a little bit busier. So we're hoping that the customer was pleased with my work, and we're hoping to hear from them, so that way we can keep servicing them and keep their kitchen flowing. So yeah, so now we're just heading over to the next job and keep this day rolling. But we're going through a nice little town over here. I don't think I can. Well, I can't turn this. It's pretty cool. But we're going over the little town of Issaquah. See all the mountains, all the trees and stuff like that. It's pretty cool over here. And a lot of the appointments around here like if I can just focus on this area where I'm going right now, it's pretty cool because I can just stay really close to everything before I start heading out of this little town. So hopefully Matt scheduled it that way so that we can knock all these jobs out. But yep, so we were able to do this one real quick. We went in, somebody was there already, and we got it done. But I tell you, man, this place, Juan, our lead, every time I come to this location, the first thing they ask is, hey, where's Juan at? This guys love that dude. Well, this route is normally Juan's route. He normally comes out here to Issaquah and stuff like that because he's got a big enough tank to take care of all of it, plus some exteriors. And whenever we don't have exteriors, he'll send somebody else. But every time I come here, bro, every time, same two places, they always ask for Juan. So it's pretty cool. But I told him today that he was out plumbing, so I don't even know if that's true. I just came up with something just so I can say something, but I was like, oh man, he's out there plumbing. But yeah, so now we're heading over to our next job. It's about 5 minutes away. I believe we have a code to this job, so we're gonna try to knock this one out quick as well, and then just keep moving because it looks like he overlapped a lot of the appointments. So a lot of my appointments right now are 8 to 9. So, and it's 8 o'clock right now, and it says that we'll get there on 8:08. So we're hoping that we can buy some time and make them quick and stuff like that, so we can stay on schedule and we don't have to. But you know, it's not our fault that they had to add those 3 jobs that we couldn't do over the last 2 weeks. So, but we took care of those, and now we're just trying to play catch up right now. And hopefully we can. If not, then I'm sure Matt will understand. So, but we're gonna try our best. Another job done. So far, everything has been good. I've been able to show up to every job, and they're already there ready for me. Well, not really ready for me, but they're either I have really good luck today, or I don't know. But I pulled up to every job, and somebody's literally there, just either at the front door or walking out or throwing garbage away or whatever the case is. But I've been getting lucky. So far, every job I've gone there, I haven't had to wait. So we're on to the next one now. So yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm moving. Shit, I'm even sweating. Shit, I haven't had a day like this in a minute. We out here sweating. Or it could be that it's just fucking muggy and I'm not really working. It looks like the number that I have on file is for the actual restaurant itself. And right now there's nobody here. I'm gonna go see if I can knock and see if maybe somebody's in the kitchen. I hope somebody's in the kitchen. The appointment was at 9 o'clock. It's 8:55. So either somebody will show up in the next 5 minutes or somebody's already in there. Alright, somebody just showed up as I was going to knock on the door. So now I'm just gonna situate myself, or at least try to. Just like that, another one done. I just got a call from Matt. You guys remember that cafe that I was at, where I was like, oh, nobody's here and the lights are all still off? Well, I guess they just called him asking where I'm at, even though I was there. But it is what it is. I'm gonna go and try to go back over there. It says that I'll be there at 9:30, and then we'll go from there. But another job done, and let's just keep it going, man. Let's keep it rolling. Nice ass day, except for now we gotta go deal with this customer and see what's up. I'll pull up the video if they say that I wasn't there. So if I have to. But if they're cool about it and they're nice, then I'll just do the job and move on with my life. I got other customers to do, so.
Are you coming?
Yeah, I am 9 minutes out right now.
Okay, sure. I just waiting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then after you're done, you give my sister the view, and then she can write the check for you. Okay.
Okay. And then I have another question because I did pull up earlier today, but there was nobody there. Is there a specific?
No, we do.
Yeah. Is there a specific door that you guys want us to go through? The front door, or is there like a?
No. You always go on the back, and then we have the door open, and then you go on the back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Maybe you go in the front.
Yeah, I was at the front where you guys have like a.
No, you guys always go in the back side. So we have the aisle, so you can go through the aisle.
Okay.
It's not in the front.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and pull up over there.
That's why we're waiting. We not open the front door until 11.
Oh, perfect then. I'll be there in 8 minutes now.
Okay, so we should go back to the aisle, okay?
Okay.
You know, yeah. It's not in the front door. That's why we're waiting for you. But you know, we not open the front door until 11. So
Okay.
we open the back door for you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
okay,
bye.
if you don't know the way, call me back, okay?
Okay. All right, so we found the back door, and they are here at 7:30 in the morning with this back door open. So it's good to know. I'm gonna put it on the notes. So next time, instead of us pulling up to the front and calling customer, we'll just come back to the back, and somebody should be here with the door open. Another big reason why it's important to put on the notes any kind of information you get from the customer, so that way things like this doesn't happen. Because now I have to rush over to my next customer because he really wants us there at exact time. So we're gonna give it our best. I end up going to that customer, and when I was there, normally the center bolts to those type of traps are 10 Allen key, and for some reason it was not working. So normally when things like that happen, it means that somebody went on there and lost the bolts, or something happened and they just grabbed one and put it onto that fit. Well, when I was trying to open it, it was not opening at all. So I ended up having to go to Lowe's. That was the closest store that might have what I needed to open this grease trap, to go pick up a couple tools. So I picked up a whole new set of Allen keys, because I usually only carry that one, because that opens almost every grease trap that has those type of bolts. So I went to go pick up a set, and then I went back, and it's a 3/8 for some reason, I don't know. So I'm over there, it fits in perfectly, and I'm trying to loosen that damn thing, and it was not budging. It was tight. So I asked the customer, and I was like, do you know if this ever been serviced? And he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, do you know by who, or was it one of my guys? Because if it's one of my guys, you know, they know to hand tight that shit. They ain't got a freaking, usually when it's that tight, it's the customer that smells the grease strap, so they think that they need to tighten it down. And that's not the case. I think I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Over tightening your lid down does not help anything. It's either your seal, which in his case, his seal is really bad. So I recommended that he replaces that. If he does, I'm not sure if he's going to, or also his grease trap was in really bad shape. So I don't know if he's staying on top of his services or whatever the case may be. But I ended up having to, I mean, I used every ounce that I had left in me to open up that trap. Finally, it started getting loose, and the customer was like, oh, it's coming. And I'm like, yeah, thanks for your encouragement, but you know, I just let me concentrate. So I'm over there trying to spin this thing, and it's just spinning in circles. Finally, I just kind of jammed it, and it came loose. So one or the other customer over tying it because they thought it would stop the smell, or two, whoever opened up that grease trap before us and tying down the bolt must have misthreaded it. So when I jammed it, it must have kind of like gone off that thread and allowed me to kind of take it out. So yeah, that just goes to show you that we'll do whatever we can to open up a grease trap and service your grease trap. If that means going to the nearest store to grab a different tool, the right tool, whatever the case may be, or a tool just to get it open, that's what we'll do. So I ended up opening the lid, serviced it, cleaned it, hand tying the bolt down, so it shouldn't be a problem next time. And then we'll go from there. But after that, I rushed over to my next appointment because I was cutting it pretty dang short. So I went to go service this particular customer maybe 10 minutes before opening. I still asked if they wanted me to do service. You know, if they don't, it's understandable. They're about to open. They allowed me to do it. And I also noticed that they had a lockbox key. And like I've told you guys before, any customers or any new or restaurant owners that are planning on, you know, getting their grease trap service, if we can get a hold of a key or a lockbox code or anything, that really helps out us to stay on top of your service, and it keeps the smell out of your guys' nose, and it won't bother you guys. So this customer was nicely enough to give us the code, so we got that, knocked that one out, did a couple of my tricks to kind of avoid the smell staying there. It's too strong. So hopefully they're happy. And then I headed over to a different customer. This customer said no, it's too late. So understandable, like I keep saying. And then I head over to another customer, and that's the one that I just came from, was able to service them. So yeah, man, a lot happened since the battery died, but I'm catching you guys up with my day. But now we're all done. We are heading over to the shop. We got a 50-minute drive, and Big Balls, he just called me and said that they want to do a photo shoot with Joker. So we're gonna get back to the shop. Damn, my voice just cracked. We're gonna get back to the shop, clean her up, get them nice and clean, and then take those pictures, dump the truck, my usual at the end of the day type of stuff. Yeah, man, so crazy day, exciting day. I like days like this. I like getting challenged and figuring problems. So let's go ahead and enjoy this 50-minute drive, and then I'll catch you guys at the shop. Alright, you guys, well, I'm pulling up to the shop in about like 5 minutes. So we're gonna end the video a little different today. We're gonna end it in the truck. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you guys want to see. So great day, beautiful day, got a lot of our jobs done. So for today, that's it. We are out. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.